Hi, my name is Sonia Strunk, and I am at Aspen University in the Psychological Consultation and Collaboration class. We are working on Module 4, and today is January 6th, 2019. In this assignment, I am going to discuss various consultant responses to hypothetical situations and discuss which consultant's response is more effective, why, and how would you have responded if you were the consultant, and why. So with the very first consultant, scenario 1, the consultee says that this job is so stressful. I never imagined that managing a staff of 7 could be so draining. Everyone has a different agenda. No one seems to realize that I can't please everyone all of the time. So consultant number 1's response is, it sounds like you feel a lot of pressure to keep everyone happy and no one seems to realize how hard it is. And consultant number 2 states, just from talking to you for 10 minutes, I can see that you're not assertive enough and that your employees have lost respect for you. I think one goal of our work together could be to help you become more assertive. Consultant number 1 is, I like it. It sounds like you have a lot of pressure to keep everyone happy, and I don't like the end where no one seems to realize how hard it is. I kind of think that validates herself, validate her trying to please everyone. And I think that when you're in a position such as, a supervisor position, you're not there to please everyone. You're there to do a job. And I think that kind of, one kind of validates how she feels, that, no one realizes how hard this job is. Consultant number 2 states, just from talking to you for 10 minutes, I can see that you're not assertive enough and your employees have lost respect for you. I think that one is not so great, because I think that that's causing her to have some animosity maybe towards her staff, and that cannot, that doesn't always turn out great. I think that it's a great response if you took out that part. I think just for her response to be, just from talking to you for 10 minutes, I can see you're not assertive enough. I think our goal would be work together to make you become more assertive. I think that would be the correct response. I think that would be setting down one of the goals for them to work together to become more assertive and to teach the staff that, I am not there to make you happy. I'm here to do my job, and I'm here to help you do your job the best that we both can. And I think the consultant working with the consultee can help her see that assertiveness and see that they're here to do a job. And sometimes that could be why a company is in a little bit of trouble or needs consultant, because they do have supervisors that try to be friends more than they try to supervise. I've ran into that problem myself, because I want people to like me as a supervisor, but I have to remember that no matter what, I am there to do a job, and I need to get that done. So I do think, when my boss tells me things like that, you need to be more assertive, you need to do this, you need to do that, and that, that helps me see my part in all of this, but I also doesn't make me see animosity towards my staff, like, well, they don't respect you, so you're never going to be able to create that respect. So that's the one that I feel for that one. In scenario number 2, the consultee states, I'm really worried about Madison. She seems to cry too easily. I wonder if something is going on at home. Consultant number 1 says, tell me a little bit more about what you're seeing. And consultant number 2 says, what time is the next faculty meeting? So it seems to me that consultant number one has a little bit of a more, I would present with consultant number one. What are you seeing? How is this affecting her job? Not as a matter of what is going on with her at home, but how is this affecting her work? So sometimes as people in supervisory positions, we want to make sure that our supervisees are well and doing okay, but we're not there to meddle into their home life. But if their home life begins to spill over into their work life, I think that possibly that's when we need to step in. And I believe that consultant number one, with her responses, tell me a little bit more about what you're seeing, is going to help see how she's performing in her job in ways, to make it better for her work. And I think that would be probably the correct response. Consultant number two, what time is the next faculty meeting? I kind of think that one kind of just blew off the consultee and what she was seeing and trying to make her job, a little bit easier. And I think this goes back to the internal and external consultants. So to me, that seemed like an internal consultant would be the one that says, tell me a little bit more about what you're seeing, because they're in there. It seems like they're in know the people that they work with and how they can make it better. But when it's an external, consultant, they'll be like, when's the next meeting? Because this doesn't matter to me. I think for both of these, the first one, like I said, I would have responded. And scenario number one, my response, would have been, how can we work together to make you more assertive? How can we work together to see, what goals we can set into place to help you see that managing a staff of 7 should not be so draining. A staff of 7 is actually pretty small. So helping the consultee see where she can be better, what areas that she can improve in, is going to help her the most. And I believe that in scenario number 2, my response to this would have been what consultant number 1 says. Tell me a little bit more about what you are seeing. I would be, how is this affecting her job? I would be asking a little bit more questions like, what are you seeing? How is she acting? How is it around other clients? A lot of people cry, but I don't think that, especially in this field, I think sometimes, because we see a lot of things that are pretty, can be pretty damaging and upsetting. But I think that maybe if it's affecting the way she is working with her clients, and I think stepping in another step, and for the consultant to be like, so how can we discuss this with her in a way that we're not violating her privacy in our own life, but how can we make it seem that this is something that we need to work on to make the company better and to make it a better company to work for, and how can the consultant can make it better. That is it. My references came from our Psychological Consultation and Collaboration book, Dwayne Brown, Walter Pasinski, and Ann Schultz. That is all I have. Thank you.